yoga and meditation, healing or harming. Allison is a spiritual eye. Since youth, she has been able to see things in the spiritual realm, things that most people cannot see. Allison is a nutritionist who has a female client in her 50s named Stella. Stella was suffering from breast cancer, which is why she came to Allison for help. Suddenly, Allison's spiritual eyes opened up, and she saw the horrible condition Stella's spiritual body was in. There were many spiritual viruses and diseases in Stella, and her face was rotten, full of green and black pus. After treatment, Stella's condition gradually improved. Allison then referred Stella to a health center for treatment. Soon, the pus from her breast tumor reduced, and her wounds healed rapidly. Allison saw that Stella, besides getting healthier physically, was also being healed spiritually. It turned out that the doctor at the health center was also a pastor, and she often prayed for the health of Stella's body, soul, and spirit. Stella was overjoyed to see that she was free from illness and that she had regained her health. However, not long after, a friend of Stella's introduced her to meditation. When Allison found out, she tried to stop Stella, because she knew that meditation is no different from opening a door for the devil to come in and communicate with you. However, Stella did not listen to her advice and insisted on meditating. From then on, Stella meditated every 2 days. She cut contact with Allison and avoided her like the plague. Allison could not figure out why, so she called Stella and asked her why she hadn't come to see her for a long time. Stella excused herself and said she was not available. However, Allison ran into Stella soon after she hung up. At that moment, Allison's spiritual eyes opened and she saw the spiritual body of Stella in a horrible condition. Not only has Stella experienced a relapse, her condition also worsened. Allison saw that there were hundreds of evil spirits inside her. These demons looked disgusting. Some had half-rotten eyes, crippled legs, and black and collapsed noses. Some were emaciated with caved-in and rotten skulls, while some had dinosaur-like claws and rotten bodies. These evil spirits were all half-human, half-beast monsters with ghastly and nauseating looks. Various curses could also be seen on Stella's spiritual body, including the curse of disease, negativity, loneliness, unhappiness, anxiety, anger, etc. The demons possessed her and controlled her mind, turning all her thoughts negative. Allison advised her to stop meditating and told her that it is very dangerous to have direct contact with the spiritual realm, as it allows demons to wreak havoc in her. But Stella didn't listen to her at all. Instead, she became more and more obsessed and began to meditate daily. As a result, her physical condition worsened. She lost weight, and after a month of meditation, began having chest pains. Then, her condition continued to deteriorate, and the wound caused by her breast tumor discharged lots of pus. Half a month later, Stella's son texted Allison and told her that his mother had passed away. The news of Stella's death grieved Allison greatly. Bella, another customer of Stella's in her 40s, had a tumor in her uterus and stomach problems. Bella once sent a photo to Allison. It was a picture of her practicing yoga. Suddenly, Allison's spiritual eyes opened, and she was horrified by what happened in the spiritual realm when the photo was taken. While Bella was doing yoga, she was attacked by demons. The person in the photo looked ugly and weird. She did not look like Bella at all. Her face was a horrific sight. Her ears were uneven in size, her nose was crooked, and her mouth was wide open, as if she was gasping for air. Her palms were like a frog's webbed feet, and her brain was oozing green, red, and black pus. Her skin was rotten all over, and her internal organs were decayed and torn with holes in them. The demons were tormenting her spiritual body. Apparently, Bella has been practicing yoga for years. However, her health did not improve at all. It went downhill instead. In the spiritual realm, the numbers of demons attached to her body also increased. Many demons were drawn to her home, putting Bella under complete demonic control. Allison saw that Bella's mind was filled with many lies, making her gloomy, unhappy, unsociable, negative, and easily angered. She always thought that people treated her poorly, and that she was always right and others were always wrong. Moreover, her thoughts were filled with negativity, as if she was suffering from depression. Meditation and yoga are popular around the world. However, many do not know the terrible truth behind them. Yoga was practiced in ancient India as a religious ritual to worship false gods. When one enters into a state of meditation, they come into direct contact with evil spirits, opening a channel for the spirits to enter. Dear brothers and sisters, do not think that yoga is nothing but a kind of stretching exercise, or that if you do not meditate while doing those postures, you will not be attacked by evil spirits. Do not be deceived. Yoga postures were used to worship Indian idols. It is the work of the devil. God is a jealous God. That is why we must stay away from unclean things and people. It is written, "Do not be unequally yoked together with unbelievers. For what fellowship has righteousness with lawlessness? And what communion has light with darkness?" The Bible also teaches us that we must not empty our minds, but rather fill our minds with God's words and Himself. Just as Joshua chapter 1 verse 8 says, "This book of the law shall not depart from your mouth, but you shall meditate in it day and night, that you may observe to do according to all that is written in it. For then you will make your way prosperous, and then you will have good success." Praise the Lord. To God be the glory. If you are watching this for the first time, don't forget to subscribe to us and press the tiny notification bell so you won't miss our latest videos. If you have benefited from this video, please comment below so that your encouragements may bless others.